I'm getting information that possibly he's lost the front driver's side tire. So if that's the case, at these high speeds, that wobble we're seeing, it might get a lot worse. And those fast lane changes, I don't know if that's attributed to the fact that he is missing. It might be having a low tire, and or possibly just who knows? Who knows? Maybe this is one of those emotional moments. This person is trying to get away. Now I'm going to say nobody in the passenger seat. As we're kind of looking in there, the window is down. So, maybe this is just emotional. Maybe there was some sort of a situation. Domestic violence is what we're hearing. So who knows what's going through this driver's mind. But I'm just telling you, the public safety is really what I'm worried about. Yep, and we're coming up on stop traffic here, or a red light. This could, thank goodness for some of these other cars in the way. But at any rate, you're going to keep an eye on it. I just don't want to see this end badly.
Stu, I know the way we are right now.
My.
Again, a reverse.
Yeah, he's getting pinched. He really does not want to make any stops whatsoever on this road.
Well,
or any.
Hello, kids.
No
just in time, right?
So you
always a Prius.
Just in time. Always a Prius in the way.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
I don't know what this is all about.
Is he stopping? Are you
effing
kidding me? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use the F word like that. But.
Because, like I said, the driver might be very emotional. I don't want to see any kind of situation where it might be.
He might be emotional. Oh, don't say that, Stu. Like that. My God.
That driver not in a solid, state right
He's
now.
in a bad place,
so
kids.
Stay a little bit wider. I'm going to take a peek real quick, but then I'm going to go wide
again. Mad cat.
Just to see what that driver's doing. If we can see him through that
Beautiful.
front windscreen. But
months and months of support.
With the officers,
Hallelujah. Are we next to like a place where you buy stuff like trees and shrubbery?
And then do you notice there's a civilian vehicle,
I'm sorry.
It looks like officers just got
I'll give you a
out
refund.
of the car, obviously for their own safety. That just kind of.
All right, so there's the Prius driver.
There's that gentleman, an innocent civilian, a bystander who got caught up in all of this. Right behind that vehicle.
Really, a kidnapping. Well,
cleared the way. They saw that something's going on here.
Interesting.
It is so tinted, those windows. It is so hard to.
I know. That's why I felt like he was saying like another damn Prius in the way.
They don't necessarily know what's going on inside.
That's a fast car.
But they're being careful now. I guess it's up to them to start negotiating with the driver and.
Is it smoking? Or the brakes hot?
Might be. I'm seeing something in that passenger window, or is that a reflection, you think, from the outside? It's
really?
Hard to make out.
Is it two people inside that vehicle?
A lot going on inside that car.
What he's doing right now is never what you want to do when officers are behind you.
A lot of movement.
Reaching around, grabbing stuff underneath.
Right?
The seat,
that's
like
good,
that.
right? Yeah.
Definitely officers, if they would
do us a favor,
this,
hit the like, share this, please. Thank you. God bless.
Again, I would venture
there's definitely a passenger in that car.
There are two people in that car.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Two people in the car.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It almost appears the
driver I hope not.
Is making contact with the passenger.
Ah, good to see the old 857.
It looks like he's or she, we don't know.
The only court channel if you're in that area.
Person in that seat.
The only.
I see some kind of
there's definitely sort of physical confrontation happening inside that car.
Like a struggle, are we trying to say, maybe?
It looks like he's moving stuff around. He looked like he picked up a cup and put it back into the cup holder. I'm not, who knows what's going through.
Maybe. All right, so they're saying now domestic violence and maybe someone else in the car. Okay.
LAPD, I'm sure they're making calls right now telling this person to get out of the vehicle, possibly the passenger to get out of the vehicle. Why isn't the passenger getting out of the vehicle? There's a lot of
I still haven't seen the passenger, to be honest with you.
We usually figure this stuff out later. I can tell you right now,
thank God I didn't bother Creed with this. He'd be mad as hell.
Gonna have to move out of here or back up or turn around. But LAPD out here.
Wow, there's a lot of cars backed up.
The public safety as the other vehicles are still on that off ramp or the end of the 90 freeway out here. But you can see that the suspect not getting out of the vehicle, the passenger also.
I know I've got so much work to do.
And this kind of makes more questions that in my
Don't forget, 4:05 today. We got a chase with myself In the
the
world-renowned
possibility of it
Credence
starting up and driving off
blowers.
again, it's definitely still there. So I'm wondering if LAPD is going to try to block Mindanao Way. But at any rate, right now, we're just kind of waiting and seeing what that driver is going to do. And
Oh, don't worry. Creed's not going to
Okay,
stop
let's see what happens.
his
Yeah,
money
very
making
cautious.
over
yeah,
there to
he's
come
like
over
moving
here.
out right now, and I'm sure you have all the
He's not
officers that
coming
are
over here for
surrounding him right now on edge.
no
They're probably
money.
trying to talk him down and make sure that this is a peaceful surrender. It looks like he kind of climbed. He's trying to get out.
I've been working since 8 o'clock this morning
I don't know. Can you zoom in a little bit more so we can see if he's
until
okay?
like
I
2
know,
o'clock
yeah,
last
then
night.
you kind of have to
I
keep
was
your-
doing actual work.
your distance. And like that. He's talking
If he
to
has
him.
a weapon or something like that, it looks like it looks like a wallet. But these are those super tense situations
Yeah.
God,
where officers,
what is that?
they are they're on edge. That driver clearly in an emotional state, and probably a lot of adrenaline as well. So rational decisions, I don't really know. But it's like basically it's like he's saying
He's a
come to me.
Dodgers
That's
fan.
what I'm reading
Right.
as
Does that
signs
count
of
for
his
anything?
body language. I don't see any weapons. It looks like he's got a phone and a driving
Good
glove
to see
on.
it,
So,
Katie.
maybe he is a professional driver. Who knows? But at any rate, getting back into the car. But the passenger, I wonder why that passenger just hasn't gotten out and walked over to the
Well,
law
in all fairness,
already.
you don't know if that passenger was being threatened or perhaps the suspect.
Nobody's
has a weapon.
threatening
We
me,
don't
but
know.
Wonder Twin Double D
But
is
for
feeding the
whatever reason,
family.
that person
Thank
is
you, Wonder
afraid
Twin.
to get out of the car right now and get help. But you do have a number of officers there. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking at like 6.
It's quite a
7
few.
different cars right now surrounding this vehicle. He did, just a moment ago, it looked like he tried to get out, but now he's shut himself back in the car, and who knows what he was saying to officers.
Man, and it looks like that what I was doing right there, it looks like there's smoke coming from the front of the vehicle right there. Don't know if those are the brakes that are overheating or what else, what other mechanical problems it could be. But definitely that vehicle, it was driving pretty hard there for a little bit. I would venture to say those are the brakes still cooling down. But law enforcement, they just want to get this guy into custody, get him away from that vehicle as quickly as possible. Look at the
Thank you
number
for
of
the
officers
recognition,
out here.
Jules.
There's some less than lethal, but a lot of lethal weaponage down there in those officers' hands. And it looks like they finally have gotten control over that 90 end of the 90 here at Mindanao.
That's what I was
They've
thinking
all
too,
stopped, but they still have some traffic moving this,
just because the person
across
isn't
this
getting
way,
out.
which, I was going to say there's probably a unit there as well.
They could be
so right now, this
scared.
is usually a very busy intersection. It's going to be a little bit more busy right now. That suspect, all he has to do is walk over
Oh
there.
my God,
shut
Lady
himself
Poe.
up. That'll bring this whole thing to an end. But that's all up to him right now.
So, all right. So, if you are just joining us,
Benicia,
on
good to
GDLA
see you.
Plus, welcome to the 11 o'clock hour. We
Larry.
are following the end of a police pursuit in Marina Del Rey. We're at the 90 in Mindanao Way. Officers have this gentleman who
is she already getting back in? Leaving?
Suspect. It appears that we're in standoff mode right now.
He was very agitated when he got back in that car.
Who is clearly in distress outside of this car.
Right, and you just got back in. You can see him fussing around down there a little bit. He keeps reaching underneath the vehicle. Maybe there is a problem with the car.
Oh, no, he's getting back out.
Again, the same.
He's got a driving glove? Is that what he's on his way to play golf?
Just kind of like, I want to do it my way. You guys come to me or whatever's going on down there. But law enforcement,
it's a nice car.
They've got their own plans and they've got their own procedures. And I venture to say they might go over there.
Oh gosh, yes.
Take him into custody.
Dan the man.
Now,
I don't blame him.
That is for sure.
I don't blame him.
It's all up to him. He's got to make that decision what he's going to do. Hopefully,
you ever seen that movie Brewster's Millions? We're looking at Credence Millions.
Down on his knees and they can take him into custody. But as
Thank
it's
you, Dan.
right now, it's very much a standoff out here, and this is going to be in the Marina Del Rey area.
I wish we knew the age of the person that we're assuming is in the car.
The suspect, I believe we think there is a passenger there. There's someone else in that car from what we have tried to see through these very tinted windows. Sometimes it seems like, yes, in fact, there is a second person, and other times it feels like maybe it's just his maneuvers and motions making it look.
It really doesn't look like somebody's sitting there, but I could be wrong.
But if that is the
I
case,
got bad
and
eyesight.
they have to just assume the very worst of the situation. They don't want to put someone else's life in danger.
Oh,
So
good to see
that
you
could
too.
be why
Ed.
it's taking a while to bring this to an end. Do you know, and in generally speaking with these circumstances, have they made contact, or do they make contact?
Dick Harris. By the way, if
suspect
you're
on their phone?
in our
They've tried
Discord, Dick Harris has been doing some really cool stuff, watching some classic episodes
I don't think it's going to
in the
happen that
Discord.
fast.
So
It would be
I
more
would
of
definitely check
if
that
it
out
was
if you had
like
some
a
free
long
time today. Want to
program
hang
type
out?
of thing. LAPD has a lot of tricks in their bag. That is for sure. And getting the
Pace.
cell phone for that person inside that vehicle.
Look
is
at
definitely gonna
Tiff.
be one of them. They will
Tiff,
make those kind of
giving the
efforts
gift
or
of
take
love.
until
Don't forget,
they
members
become
only
like a
today at
standoff.
5:30 Eastern time. You'll see all those 10 people Tiff gave that to. Thank you, Tiff. Tiff's a long time. She's an OG.
And you're completely right. I mean, law enforcement, I've said this
big gift. Much appreciated.
They're concerned about everybody's safety, even that suspect. But now you add in the fact that there is most likely a female passenger inside that vehicle.
Okay, we're saying female passenger.
Law enforcement is going to be very careful on what they do and how they handle this. As you might have an innocent person basically in the line of fire. So they're right now, they are going to go probably the more relaxed route. They might turn into
Looks like we got ourselves a California standoff.
But right now, still very tense, as a lot of these officers coming down off of their adrenaline as well. That driver still seems to be a little bit angst. Every time he gets out, he's very agitated. You can read that in his body language. But
I'm waiting for it to happen, Chris. I really am. Beautiful 10 months a member. Thank you, Chris.
But that's definitely not happening.
Meantime, it seems like they do have that stretch of the off-ramp blocked off, and I suppose the good news.
I don't blame them.
That particular.
I'm trying to get them to cut me in on some of that action so I can get rich.
Okay, so there is some traffic behind there, and they do have it blocked off. But where it's situated is it's actually in an industrial part of Marina Del Rey. But Mindanao Way is certainly a pretty big.
All right, he's moving away. There we go.
Gesturing toward police.
This guy.
Oftentimes we talk about the fact that domestic violent calls, when it comes to officers, is the most dangerous call they get.
I would just run there and beat his ass right now. Boom.
They feel as though they have nothing to lose.
Beanbag him. There we go. Get him. Get that son of a bitch. Get him.
Okay.
Pull him out of the car.
So there,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is there anybody else in the car? Here we go. Here we go. Is there someone in the car? It is a woman with purple hair smoking a cigarette.
A little bit of force. There's no doubt about that. But this is just physical force.
That was weird.
No batons, nothing like that.
David O, 22 months a member.
They're going to as far as that passenger, there we go. There definitely was a passenger inside that vehicle.
She looked very chill.
Taken into custody. They're probably going to have some questions.
She looks very chill, Bigfoot.
Who knows what was going on there? This will all come out later on in the wash, as it would be. But
wow.
Suspects still officers.
She did have beautiful hair.
Definitely in cuffs.
You're right.
Well, glad it came to an end in the same.
Me too.
Meaning other
beautiful hair.
Passenger seems to not have been
Take that, you
really
bald bastard.
So, we'll keep an eye on it. Obviously, Stu.
Wow, that was crazy.
Play by play.
That was crazy. Don't forget, we'll be back at he was bald as could be. We'll be back in just about 2 hours. As soon as I go and finish, we got a chase. Florida Friday. Everything today will be Florida. Some of the craziest news out of Florida, some of the craziest chases and arrests, all from the great state of Florida. I actually got people to thank too. Let me thank them. The Wonder Twin, Double D's, Express, thank you. Dan the Man, Tiff with them big old gifts. Oh, baby. It's just starting. Friday's kicking off. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a shindigger. Maybe. I don't know. Dig a hole. We love you guys. Won't you take it easy? Be safe. All that stuff. Till we come back. See you soon. Bye for now.
Just do what I tell you.
So let's get funky like a monkey.
Hit him with the high. Hit him with the high.